Let's talk about blanketing horses. Blanketing can be a really hot topic. There are some people who are staunchly against it. I personally could not go without it. I am a big fan. So I live in northern Montana, and it is not uncommon for us to have winters where we have 2 straight weeks of 40 below with the wind chill factor. It is insanely cold here in the winter. Now there's a lot of reasons someone might choose to blanket their horse. I choose to blanket because my horse stays in work all winter long. Some other people may choose to blanket because their horse doesn't develop as good of a winter coat. Some horses are seniors that need extra help because they have a hard time keeping weight. It helps insulate them against the cold. A lot of people like to compare domestic horses with wild horses and say, well, horses in the wild have survived for thousands of years without being blanketed. To that, I say, number one, these are not wild horses. They are domestic horses. And we have put them in a domestic situation where human intervention is extremely common because we're constantly doing unnatural things with them. And number two, horses in the wild don't always survive. For me, the way that I like to look at it is, would my horse make it through a winter without being blanketed? Yeah, probably, almost definitely. But could he thrive better with a blanket? Yes. In my experience, my horses have always held their weight better through the winter. Their coat doesn't get so insanely fluffy. They still grow a winter coat. That is a myth that horses will not grow a coat when they are wearing a blanket. It just makes the coat lay flat. In turn, this makes it easier for me riding through the winter because they don't tend to sweat as much and it's easier to dry them off afterwards. The very first winter that I had a horse here in Montana, I continued riding through the winter and I did not blanket that horse and I regretted it so much. When I tell you that horse turned into an absolute woolly mammoth and it took me over an hour of hand walking him with a cooler on to try and get him dry after riding, I'm not kidding. I start blanketing when we get below 50 degrees. It was below freezing this morning. We had snow and it's supposed to stay in the 40s and lower all week long. Blanketing is a personal choice. It is just what happens to work best for me and my horses and my boarding situation.